Hello everyone, this is Wes Cole. It's Saturday, it's January 5th, 2013. Happy New Year to everyone. I just wanted to do a video tonight. I'm trying to start the new year off, not being quite as harsh and, being a little bit more, I guess, politically friendly. Not my views haven't changed, but I'm just, trying, just being ugly and stuff like that just doesn't really get anybody anywhere, even though sometimes it feels like the right thing to do or that's something you want to do. It's just not the way to go. But anyway, there's a couple things that have gone on over the last week or so, and I just wanted to share. I have a group that I admin with someone that's close to me, and it's called Vote Progress. It's on Facebook, but it's a liberal group. It's a progressive group. It's a group that really welcomes everybody, and we just feel like it's a group about putting people first. What's best for humans, what's best for animals, what's best for the world. So that's what this is. I'm kind of aiming this towards that group, but really for anybody that's interested in those kind of things. But I just want to go over some things as far as news goes lately. We have, three major news channels, as we all know. Of course, CNN, and then you got MSNBC, you got Fox News, and then, of course, Current TV, which was just recently sold by Al Gore to Al Jazeera. And but what I'm really going to talk about tonight is I watched Fox News tonight, and I watched some of O'Reilly and just about 10 minutes of Sean Hannity, and I've just got to tell you, it would be so easy for me to sit here and say a bunch of ugly names and stuff like that, but I've got to tell you, pardon me, I dropped one of my notes here. As you can see, I'm not a professional videographer, but getting back to my points, I'm not a professional videographer, nor am I a professor, okay? But I got to tell you, when I watched Fox News tonight, I felt like I'd learned absolutely nothing. I felt like I was watching a circus. It was like a bunch of guys, really basically just white guys just acting like clowns and bozos and just saying stuff that just made no sense to me, and I just don't understand how anybody can take this stuff seriously. I don't know if they're watching it for entertainment purposes, because that's really all it is. It's not even news. I really think the only newsworthy show on Fox that I'm aware of is Shepard, what's his name, Shepard Smith, I think it is. I don't watch that much. He's on at a time when I'm not watching TV, but I believe it's Shepard Smith, but the guy that just does regular news, he acts kind of normal. Greta used to be okay, but now she's kind of, I guess Fox News is paying her enough to where she's going to, put out the ridiculous propaganda. But some things I want to talk about here real quick tonight. Let me put my glasses on because I have to have them to read, basically. But starting with, I'm going to start with O'Reilly first, even though Hannity comes on first. But I was watching a little bit of Bill O'Reilly tonight. And he had a guy on. Of course, he had Greg Gutfeld on. And he had another guy named Bernard McGuirk. I believe that's his name. It's McGuirk or McGuire. I think it's McGuirk. I've never heard of the guy, but apparently he's an executive producer for the Imus show. And of course, we all know who Imus is, big radio talk show guy. But anyway, they were sitting on there tonight, and the disrespect that they had just for people in general. From everything from, they were talking about the Hillary Clinton situation and just joking and laughing about it. Here she has a blood clot in her brain. Not only have they been making jokes about it for a week, but even Bill and this Bernard guy, who I've never even heard of, he's a nobody as far as I'm concerned, but just making jokes and acting like, just so classless. I remember when what's the guy's name? The conservative guy, Andrew Breitbart died, and you know what? I didn't agree with a thing he said, and to be honest with you, I thought he was a lunatic. But when he died, I had nothing bad to say about him afterwards, and I respected him and his family, even though I didn't agree with anything he did, and I do think he was a little bit off. I think he was way off, but I'd never wish bad things or make jokes about someone's death or their health, and they were just acting like high school children, almost as bad as those stupid teenagers that raped that girl in the video or whatever. They were acting that clownish, So not only were they still making jokes about Hillary Clinton, no one's apologized about any of that. Not to mention all the public service she's done for us, and she'll be glad to testify with Benghazi gave. But then they were also getting into, about Current TV. How Al Gore sold his, his TV station to Al Jazeera, and You know, Al Jazeera is just another news source. I don't know, you know, a lot of Fox News people only get their news from Fox News. I watch about 4 or 5 different channels on top of the fact that I go through the internet completely by blogs. I go to conservative and liberal sites, and I just try to get my information to be accurate. But they were sitting there joking and laughing, saying, "Oh, now I guess now that, you know, current TV is going to be sold to Al Jazeera, that Joey Behar will go on there and wear a burqa, and you'll only be able to see her up to here." And they were all giggling and laughing and just, you know, completely mocking a whole religion, you know, the Muslim religion. And not only that, the night before, Bill O'Reilly had basically mocked the whole Asian, you know, community by talking about, you know, they're usually hardworking and this and that. And you know, I can't believe that Hawaii's a liberal state. I mean, just the hatred and the lack of education on that station. It just baffles me. I mean, I don't even have a college degree, and I could teach them so much more than I could ever learn from them. They have just, you know, they don't know what traveling the world is about. They think they do, but they haven't run in any circles that or either that or they're evil, because they don't have a clue on how this world really works. And not to mention, you know, the 67 people today who decided in Congress to not vote for the Sandy support, all 67 of them were Republicans. Paul Ryan was the most well-known one. A couple other ones, I don't remember their names, but the fact is all 67 of them were Republicans, you know, voted not to help Hurricane Sandy victims. And you know what? New York and New Jersey pays more into the dang tax system, you know, along with California, you know, the 3 liberal states probably pay more in taxes than probably the whole Southeast times 10. Now, I don't know that for a fact, but I guarantee you it's probably pretty close. So that's just pathetic too. And the last thing I want to say is, when I saw Sean Hannity tonight, he had a gentleman on. His name was Scott McGrath, okay? And you know, Sean Hannity used him as a pawn to come on there and talk about all this, you know, pork that's in this Sandy bill, you know. But you know, there's pork in every bill. If you don't want pork in the bills, and then the Congress, Senate, they all need to get together and just get rid of all the pork spending. But that doesn't happen overnight. That's something that has to be done, you know. But you don't hold up relief, you know, for the victims of Hurricane Sandy in New Jersey and New York because of pork. You know what I'm saying? There's people down there that don't have electricity or anything, and this guy comes on there, and Sean Hannity's using him as a pawn to talk about pork in a spending plan, when the fact is that it was 67 Republicans who voted not to help these people, you know, not to give them the money. So you know, I just want to say I could be really ugly if I wanted to about the Fox News crowd, and you know, I don't run with this crowd. I've got some good friends that are Republicans, and the only thing they're Republican about is they just prefer not to pay more taxes. They're pretty liberal and everything else. But for anyone else that takes these guys, I mean, they're really clowns. Seriously, I just really just don't understand you at all. I mean, I just don't understand what kind of a person could laugh at that and act and just exploit people the way they do. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up now. You know, again, it's Wes Cole. I just had to get that off my chest tonight, because it, you know, it really bothered me to think that this is what's going out on the news, and this is what, you know, a big majority of Americans watch and take seriously. I just think it's just the silliest, clowniest news channel that's ever been on this earth. And other than Shepard Smith, that's the only a decent hour they even have on there. But anyway, it's Wes Cole. Happy New Year just the same. Do yourself a favor. Get educated. Don't watch that trash channel. You know, the world's changed, and the last vote's already proved that. Better yourself. Do good things for other people. That's what it's about. And you're not gonna learn that by watching Fox News, okay? But anyway, I love you all just the same. It's Wes Cole signing out. Peace.